Welcome to the Busy Being Born podcast with your hosts Kamande and Kigondu.
You're clocking it. Umefungua episode na clock, bro. That's what's up. I think you sort of say it when you're doing it, but I don't know because najua kuna.
We learn. I think that's my KPI for this December.
But who am I to teach you this?
Yeah, we'll get Maria on the episode to teach us about clocking it.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Good to see you, Maze.
I'm great and grateful.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, asante sana.
Why Happy New Year?
Because this episode will be released in the new year.
That is very true. We'll release
true.
This in the new year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
man. Yeah, we are. If you're listening, then we've made it.
Yeah, you know, God is good.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
If you're listening to this episode, you've made it to 2026. Amazing.
That's what's up.
Good to see you as well.
Niko mzima? Yeah, chilling. Yourself?
Great and grateful.
Good. Oh yeah, tulikuwa tumeanza hapo. How about we dig in and keep going?
Yeah,
Maze.
Great and grateful
hata mimi.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Oh yeah.
But we'll discuss this in the next episode.
Yeah.
Today is just about the guest, but
to review the year.
Congratulations.
Asante.
Top 40 under 40, man.
Yeah, asante.
That's a massive and really significant feat.
Asante sana. Man. We actually tuliongelea kidogo tu, I think the week of release.
Yeah.
Because kumbuki ilikuwa episode ya Uchuka.
Yeah.
Which was so dope.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Madhe amesema unafaa kumtembelea.
Okay.
Why you out here promising my mother visits alafu you're not following up, bro?
Adulting.
Yo, bro.
Adulting, but we'll make time.
Tafadhali.
It happen.
Saa kinikola ni hande. Kamande anatembea bana.
In the next 1 year it will happen.
Mimi nitamleta kwako bana. Niko ndio huyu. Ni stories zenu panganeni kivyenu.
Shout out to Mama Kigondu.
That's what's
our
up.
Dear mother.
Our dear mother. We do this?
Yeah, we do this. We have a guest.
We have a guest.
Are they
brilliant?
Oh,
say yes, bro.
Hey, they're brilliant.
They're
brilliant. Hey, kwanza they've gone through German engineering.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yes, they have. Yeah.
At the back of my head is a terrible joke.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but apana. Are they representing the motherland?
Of course, that's why they're here.
For sure.
Even the outfit they're wearing straight from Niger.
Yes,
their decision coming back to the motherland to represent it and raise their family on the motherland. I don't think there's anything that could represent the motherland more than that.
I think so too. I think so too.
Are they busy being born?
Oh, definitely. And that is why they're here.
Tell us more.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we give you a phenomenal woman. She's an educator. She's one in a very few. Unajua? She's on her lane of her own. She's the only orthodontic specialist who holds the title of Invisalign Speaker for Sub-Saharan Africa and trains other dental professionals on the continent. She's based in Nairobi, Kenya. She's a specialized orthodontist who is officially celebrated on these different platforms because, she's not only prolific at what she does, but she trained in Europe. No wonder the German joke. Studied in Austria as well. And finally made it back home, unajua, not too long ago, 7 years thereabout. And I've had a chat with her for the last 1 hour or so. And naona personality yake na Maria zinakaribiana. She's very bubbly, she's very giving. You can tell her heart is in the right place, Maze. A superhuman being. So ladies and gentlemen, we give you the one and only Dr. Wanjiru Stuhler.
Asante. Finally I can laugh. I've been wanting to laugh the whole time.
You've been holding it in.
You guys are funny. Especially you, Kamande. You know the joke.
Hey, masikia nyinyi wote.
Oh God.
Sikuwa kwa gazeti KCP, but I'm funny.
Thanks guys. Thanks. Nashukuru.
Thanks for making time.
Asante.
Especially we are recording this on a Monday afternoon.
Yeah. Yes.
And so thanks for taking time from your practice. We really are honored to have you here.
Asante.
Should we go?
Yes, why not?
Wanjiru Stuhler, which one do you prefer?
I actually I can identify myself with both names.
Okay.
So I feel I am that Kenyan, that Wanjiru. You know, Wanjiru is like a typical Kenyan name. And I also feel I am a Stuhler because I'm a German. So choose whatever. You can call me Wanjiru Stuhler, Dr. Wanjiru, Dr. Stuhler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Wanjiru.
Yeah.
What have you? Is there anything that you have recently changed your mind about? Maybe very small, super trivial, or something really, really big?
Good question. So I think things through a long time before I actually make up my mind. So when I make up my mind, I actually hardly change it. So I hardly change my mind because I take enough time to make up my mind.
Interesting. And was there something recent that happened that really okay, you know what? Now I'll be faster at this or something like that?
In terms of opening my office?
Yeah. Well, not really around office. It could be even around life. In regards to what you've just shared about the recent change.
For example, choosing my staff.
Okay.
I've been currently choosing staff for my new office. So I give people a chance and I stick around with them. I empower them. I teach them. But then it comes a point where kuna watu hawafundishiki. So recently I made a decision to let someone go. Yeah. But I thought about it a long time.
Okay. And so you are trying to optimize for the decision you're making by spending as much time as possible.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just a random question on the same tangent. Has that ever slowed you down?
You could see it like this or like this. So I've been an orthodontist, for example, for how many years? Since 2012, I'm a dentist. How many years are those even?
2012.
Yeah.
13 years.
Those are 13 years.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I'm opening my own office.
Oh.
So I thought it through for years and years. So one could say slow down because it wasn't early enough. But one could also say now that I have opened, it will run. You know, so it depends on how you see it.
Okay. Okay, got it. But you are open to changing your mind given new information.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes,
yeah, because that's the case especially in this situation.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I'm easy. When it comes to making decisions, I think it through a lot, but I'm always open to change my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not like stuck on. Nivi nimesema it has to be like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Good. For a lot of people, the term orthodontist will be slightly unfamiliar, you know?
Yeah.
Very foreign feeling because we don't know that many orthodontists.
Yeah.
In fact, you're one of the 13 in Kenya.
Around about. We're a little bit more than that, but
Okay.
we're around that number, yes.
Yeah. So it's very unfamiliar to us.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere, you actually said it as well.
Yeah.
A dentist, an orthodontist is a dentist, but
Yes.
not every dentist is an orthodontist.
Yes.
So what does an orthodontist do?
Yeah, it reminds me, someone asked me, you're an ortho-K? For the cukes in the house.
What? Singeniuliza and I said it's orthodox. There's a church hapo.
I know.
Orthodox.
What,
Yes.
bro?
So guys,
You don't know
like
the
orthodox.
Yes,
Yes, orthopedic,
Okay.
Orthopedic,
Yes.
Yeah.
So an orthodontist is a dentist.
Okay.
However, a dentist who's specialized in moving teeth and moving jaws. Like in simple terms, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So with time, dentistry is also getting to be very specified. You know, like if you ask people who's a cardiologist, they all know. Neurologist, they all know. However, in dentistry, when you say implantologist, they are like, oh yeah, I know. Endodontologist, orthodontist. So we are starting to get to that point where
so what was the second
we are
one?
specializing.
You said implantologist and then?
Endodontologist. Yeah. So endodontologist is the person who does root canal treatments. Yes, implantologist, the one who does implants.
Okay.
Periodontist, the one who deals with gum disease. So an orthodontist is a dentist who specifically deals in moving teeth and jaws.
Yeah.
So that you understand a little bit, moving teeth is braces, for example. Moving jaws is expanders, like expanding the jaws, for example.
Okay.
So we have different appliances we use to optimize the way a patient is biting. Yeah. So that's what we do. So we are specialized. It's a niche kind of. However, it's very important.
Yeah.
Teeth that are not biting properly are very easy, hard to chew with.
Yeah.
And we need to live. We need to, so
Yeah.
teeth are super, super important. And
For sure.
we neglect them a bit in this country of ours.
Is that a risk, especially building off what you've just said, us and neglecting our teeth and so on? But is that a risk to be super niche in this economy, in this country, on this side of the world? Because even just going to a dentist, personally, sikumbuki hata the last time I did. So, Nico, is that scary to start a business in that line?
Not scary. It's a challenge, and it's a calling to also educate people. So I try a lot to create awareness.
Okay.
So I educate. I teach kids, grown-ups, mothers, dentists. Like every single opportunity I get to teach, I teach. And even today, when I live here, I want to each one of you to have learned something new from me.
Oh, already we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
learn what an implantologist is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you always know that this is what you wanted to do?
Okay, like I was telling Kigondo before, we are a family of artists. We are watu wa mkono. So I've always been very good with my hands. I'm that person. I enter the kitchen, I cook half the day. I start crocheting a sweater, I crochet, I finish. I start sewing, everyone's like, is that a hand ama ni machine? Like I've always been very good with my hands. Then I've also been good with my sciences. So with being an orthodontist, I combine sciences and being hands-on. So I've not always known. However, I knew quite early that I needed to do something where I need to use my hands. Like I can't sit on a desk the whole day. Like when I need to do things the whole day on a desk, I'm like, when can I finally be out?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. So
No, as she was speaking of the family, I was like, oh, it would be so cool to also at this point, wekelea that cannot over there, the sisterhood
Vivian?
thing. Yeah.
Vivian, right?
So for the guys watching, if she looks familiar, you don't know her because you know her. You know her because she's an older sibling to a popular face and a singer that we all know.
Yes.
And the song we hata mimi nilikuwa nataka kusema nilidandia tukiimba ilikuwa chingi changa.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's what Vivian is known for.
That's
You know.
I'm a serereka speedometer.
Speedometer. Okay, look at that.
Wow,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
console.
Yes. Yes. So
Oh,
that's
man.
my baby sister, yeah.
Look at
Baby
that.
sister.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
clearly mtu akikuona ako, oh yeah.
Hi,
Yeah, we have
Vivian.
my dad's eyes. These eyes, they...
And even the shape of the face.
Eh?
Yeah, it's very, very
it's
clear.
giving, it's giving. Oh, good.
So should we throw it back and sort of see how this journey comes along to the point that you're coming back to Kenya and choosing to educate people about the importance of taking care of their teeth and all these things. Let's take it back, way back, growing up.
Yes.
Growing up. Where did you grow up, and what are some of your earliest memories?
'Cause I was born in Gara,
Ngara.
Park Road nursing home. Every time I pass there, I'm thinking I was born there.
Where it all began.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 40 plus years ago. And I grew up in Huruma. Huruma, somewhere used to be called Gorofani Redeemed, around that area. I went to school, primary school, to a school called Marion School. Marion School, maybe you've heard of it, maybe not. Huh?
Marion in Kahawa West.
Yes, yes,
Are you serious? You know
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
yes.
There's only one Marion
Yes,
technically.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I went to primary school there.
Was this a boarding school or a day school?
It's a day school. They also have a boarding school somewhere in Kiambu. But I was one of the very pioneering class. I did my KCP in 1996 and KCC in 2000 at Moi Girls School. So primary school, that it really built a lot of fundament. Like it's a very, I liked going to school, and it was like a home. It was very homely and very small. I loved going to Marion School. And we used to walk, because we used to walk from Huruma
To Kahawa West?
Survey all the way, drive in that place until you reach Superhighway.
And
There's-
that time there was no superhighway.
There was no superhighway. Then we take a mat, then we go to school. It wasn't an easy
How many
journey.
kilometers were those? We should
I
probably
think
check
we used
on
to
Google
walk
Maps
like
from
3.
Huruma.
Okay, for me as a small kid, that felt like 10 kilometers, but I think it's like 2 or 3 kilometers from Huruma until Superhighway. But we
Until
can check
Thika
these
Road.
days.
We can check. Oh,
There's
good.
ChatGPT
Yeah.
and all those things. Yeah,
No,
so
Gemini.
that
We
was-
use Gemini here.
It's Gemini, sorry. You know, I had people over 40, we use ChatGPT only. So zingine hatujui. Yeah, so that was usually our trip to school. And the good thing is if you were number one, like the whole year, you got a bursary.
Okay.
So that was also very good for my family because we got the bursaries a couple of times in
Because
those
you're
8
number
years.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that was primary school. Then I went to Moi Girls, Nairobi. Yes, we call it Cabs, the place of cabbages. Yes.
Oh, is that how they got the name?
Yes.
Oh,
Even I knew this.
I didn't know this.
Why?
Wait, what do you mean even I knew this? Unajua ni kama ndio baya hawezi pita hapa.
You can't be
bro,
lower than
kwenda
me.
huko.
Nilienda Ngovi bana. You in Nakuruhai bana. You knew these things.
What would I
You guys
know?
were on the insider. I was never on the
Anyway,
insider.
tulikuwa insider by
Yeah,
the way,
exactly. So you should know these things.
bro. Mlikuwa insider pia, si
Of
ndio?
course.
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
unaweza changia hii.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, keep going. So
Yes,
cabs.
Cabs.
Yeah.
Cabs. We did our 4 years of cabs. We finished high school. My baby sister was born around that time. The smallest one, the youngest one.
Yeah.
So we were helping around at home. Then, yeah.
Oh, she was born then, meaning the age gap between the two of you is quite significant.
Yes, she's 17 years younger. Yes.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
speaking of artists, she does my nails. Very artistic.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Christmas thing here going on?
Oh, I hadn't looked. Look
Yes,
at that.
yes.
Okay.
You're
Yes.
clearly a family of like
Artists.
Yes,
and people who do things
yes,
with their hands.
yes, yes,
Okay.
we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marion School. Any lessons from you growing up? I mean, other than the walking, which I mean, all parents say this, but I know you're definitely not saying this as a parent.
Yeah.
I wonder what story I tell to my kids about walking to school. So other than the walking and you becoming number one, what are some of the lessons that you picked up at that age?
Yeah. It was an open door concept. Like I felt I could always knock, you know, at the headmistress's office, shout out Mrs. Gitao. And I learned a lot of English during that time. Like I think like half the class, we had 99% in English. Yeah, Mrs. Kimani, thank you very much. Yes, so we were, and it was a very Christian school also. So I learned, I usually say even now, kids that I teach to brush their teeth well and floss, 10 years and below, it stays there, like it sticks. Yeah, I teach an 8-year-old, brush your teeth twice a day. See the orthodontist from every 8 weeks or so, see the dentist twice a year. It gets stuck. So they tell their parents, I think it's time for us to go see Dr. Wanjiru, you know. Yeah, so that age is very important, and I got a lot of values from Marion School. I'm very grateful for that.
It's interesting that you mentioned your journey now with children. I'm curious, at that age for you, were you curious about teeth? Were you noticing teeth in a special way? Because again, the rest of us only think about teeth when it's time to go see a dentist.
Yeah.
But for you then, were you...
Not really.
As curious? Okay.
Not really. All I remember is that our teeth used to be removed at school, our baby teeth, by the director, Miss Sambogwa.
Okay.
So he used to, when it's like really, really wobbly, we'd prefer he removes them instead of going home to get them removed.
Okay.
So when it comes to teeth, that's all I remember. And of course, healthy eating helped us have good teeth. But it wasn't really like there already.
Yeah.
This teeth thing that I now do like almost all the time.
Yeah. It's sort of attached to your purpose or your calling. Not then.
Yes, not then.
Okay.
Not yet.
How were your teeth removed? Wewe, ulifungiliwa kauzi?
Nah.
Do you remember? Do you have any memories around teeth?
He used to be very gentle and speak to us and remove them. It's a good memory. It wasn't traumatic. And also, fun fact, these days some patients come, the parents are like, please remove this tooth. I'm like, a baby tooth is meant to fall on its own.
Yeah?
Yes. My kids, the older one is 12, the other one is 6. I've never plucked a tooth myself as a dentist. Because sometimes you'll have those traumatic incidents at the dentist anyway. So don't make easy things traumatic already. So a permanent tooth resorbs the root of a baby tooth. Are you following? Then the baby tooth becomes wobbly. So when the permanent tooth is ready, it will pop in the mouth and the baby tooth will fall. So these, especially the Cukes with their Home theory, very wrong. It's not true at all. not true. So
Okay. So for those who are unfamiliar with this theory, kindly
so
share.
the theory is when teeth are crooked, it is because parents waited too long to pluck the baby teeth. That is not correct. Teeth are crooked because the jaws are too small for those teeth for that particular person. So if you have small jaws from one parent and big teeth from the other, even if you pluck all the baby teeth on the same day, there will
won't help.
still be crowding.
Yeah.
So it is not the timing of removing teeth. It can
Okay.
actually be bad. It can be risky to remove baby teeth too early because the permanent ones come in and fill the space for another tooth. Then you cause even more crowding. So you're supposed to wait until the
Interesting.
baby teeth fall on their own
Okay.
and not pluck them.
Yeah.
That makes
Yes.
sense because I think for my son who's 6,
Yeah.
that's exactly what has happened. But like, so they can actually fall off by themselves. I
Yes.
don't have to go through the thing for the kamba.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
unavuta
And they're
na
usually
kamba.
so
Then
proud
you
of
pull it out.
themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
I removed my tooth myself.
Yeah.
They didn't remove themselves.
It was
fell.
just ready, yeah.
Yes, but they feel they removed themselves.
Okay.
So that's one misconception that
Yeah.
people have.
Okay, so the other thing I've also learned from this lesson, and you sound you're a teacher.
Yes.
I'm learning so much. The other thing I've learned is that as part of dating, please pay attention. You need
Your
to be able-
partner's teeth.
You have to match the size of the jaw and the size of the teeth.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So what happens? Wait, now that he's there, what happens when say that? What are we shifting? Is it the jaw or the teeth? Like when someone has like the two opposites together.
So if the jaws are big and the teeth small, you just have gaps.
Okay.
If
Makes
the jaws are small and the teeth are big, you have crowded teeth. Yeah, that's what you have.
So you remove the excess teeth.
Sometimes we do.
Okay.
When we usually measure, like as orthodontists, we sit on our desks, then we take a scan or the molds, then we measure each tooth and check if those teeth can fit that jaw. And after measuring, like each tooth, I know like a molar is 10 millimeters. Like we measure, we do a lot of measuring. I saw a meme another day at you use a protractor in high school, you'll never use it again.
You guys do.
Wrong. Us
Yeah.
guys use a protractor.
Interesting.
So we measure the teeth, then we check if the teeth are too big, then we may choose to remove some teeth to make others fit,
To give room.
to give room for others. So as we are aligning them, sometimes we have to remove teeth.
business idea, couples assessment, like premarital couples assessment.
Oh,
Yes.
Do your teeth match?
Yeah,
Yes.
the teeth match. You know
Can you
that.
predict how the baby will come out?
Kind of. There are some malocclusion. Malocclusion is when the jaws are not fitting properly. There are some malocclusions when I see the dad is some kind of way and the mom some kind of way. I already know that child will have a certain kind of jaw.
There you go.
Yeah. So you start treating it early.
Well
Yeah,
noted.
yeah.
It's too late for you. Unajua. Now that you all settled in marriage.
But you're doing this podcast for other people.
Yeah.
It's a
And
business
for me as
idea.
well.
For you as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Wanapitia kwangu
Yeah.
before they actually match.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they come, I assess, then I tell them, no, you two, those jaws, your
Good.
babies will have too many gaps.
I
Yeah,
like
or
that.
just start saving up right now.
Yes, yes.
This will be a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah. So to my potential dates watching this, Maze, nikikutoka Maze, it's the doctor's orders.
It's the
It's the jaws.
orthodontists.
It's the orthodontist orders, you know?
Nice.
This is true. Keep going. Unataka tuendele ama tukae cabs?
Tuke Cubs.
Ah, yeah,
You
twende
know who else
Cubs.
was in Cubs and I just remembered when she was speaking?
Yeah.
Waithera. You remember?
Waithera.
Waithera, wanavokali.
Oh, wanavokali.
Yeah. We've had some guests. That I think that's the one that comes to mind.
Oh,
Yeah, Cabs has OGs. My mom
OGs.
went to Cabs as well.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah. But hii ni kitambo tusingie huko bana.
Even Modhoni was Cabs, my
MDQ?
ear. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cabs in OGs.
You know, geez.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good.
Um,
Oh, good. Any particular memories in Cabs, especially knowing that you have some roots in the arts as well.
Yes.
You know, so uliwahi kwa drama na vitu kaa hizo.
Yes.
Are there any special memories or lessons from Cabs?
I did art
Okay.
in high school. And we were very few art students. And at some point, our art teacher was no longer there. And we had to pick a new subject and learn for it within a year to do KCSE.
Oh.
So I remember that part. It was hard for us.
So what did you pick?
I picked home science.
Ah.
I picked home science and I had to write notes the whole holiday. Okay, that was hard. I remember that part. Yeah, but otherwise, cabs. High school, a typical Kenyan provincial high school. You have to make your beds some kind of way. The food is some kind of way, you know? Yeah. And I met good friends. I met friends that we are still friends until today.
To date.
Yes, yes.
Again, to my earlier question of the noticing of teeth and a path in that direction, is this the place where you now start seeing, because we are being asked, Form 3, Form 4, are you sure these are the subjects you want to do? Because you'll end up doing 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
things. Are there things that you notice now in retrospect, you're like, okay, that sort of guided me to this journey, this path in dentistry and on?
Yeah, so it wasn't at that point also particularly teeth.
Okay.
However, it was at that point particularly, I am an artistic person. I'm good with my hands and I'm also good with sciences. So I chose the science path.
Okay.
So I did the chemistry, physics, biology path, knowing I want to do medicine. But at that point, I didn't quite know it was dentistry already.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That came now later in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any fun experiences from cabs? I know they were very good, like Mato said, drama, music, that kind of thing. Are there any fun experiences that are memorable from
Yes,
that period?
and sports. I used to be very sporty. I also try these days, but hey, it's hard. The sports, the drama. Generally, I was like just a general student. I wasn't like in any particular path. I was just everywhere, trying to find myself, trying to find what do I like doing, what is my thing. So, like I said, the arts I knew, the sciences I knew, but I didn't know exactly where the path was guiding me.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we pass our exams and we are good, we'll see what comes.
I think final question was, you've come from Marion School, where you are occasionally number one, and I'm sure most of the time you're in the top 3,
Yes.
if not all the times. And then you
Yes.
go from 3 to 1,
Yes.
3 to 1, and now you go to cabs where you're sort of meeting the best of the best.
Yes.
Was there a change in your academic performance, and especially in the
Yes.
ranking, and how
Yes.
did that affect you in any way?
Exactly.
And I'm so glad that they don't do numbers these days. They just do, they grade you without giving you numbers. Our days, it used to be numbers. So the first exam I did, I was number 100 and something. I was like, oh my God, my life is over.
How do you even take this to your mom and dad?
I know, it
Yeah.
was so depressing, and I had to get out of that thing of I just need to check my grades. I don't really have to give myself a number. Yeah, and I also remembered we've come all the best from different schools, so it's okay to be number 100 and something.
Yeah.
So anytime I was under 100, I was so happy. Right, so it was I'm glad someone thought it through and stopped giving the numbers. That was a big change. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a really important thing for you to even tell yourself at that age. Unajua, because at least kufika mahali uko, it's not really about the number.
Yes.
That means you're very self-aware even
Yes.
at that point.
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
Aye, let's talk about the siblings. By now, what's the relationship? Number 3 ameingia, ama it's just you and Vivian, and how's that relationship?
Yes. So I also had a brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my late brother, 4 years older. So it was Vivian and I are very close in age, so it was mostly the two of us, and my baby sister came, so we had a sister we are taking care of. Family of 4. My mother very, very hands-on, very, very principled in certain things. I got an award in Marion School. In 11 years, I had not missed one day of school.
Whoa.
Yes. Baby class, nursery, pre-unit, standard 1 until standard 8. I did not miss one day of school. And I noticed that carries itself forward in my life today. I started working as an orthodontist in Nairobi, and I was sick around 4 years later. One day, I went hanging out with Dr. Kamande. Yeah.
Not me.
Not you. And we had some nyama choma that was not very pleasant to our tummies. And I missed work, and I called the office and I was like, I'm not coming to work today. And the receptionist was shocked. Like in 4 years, it was the first time. Like, If I don't show up somewhere I'd said I was going to go, then there must be something very, 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 very wrong. I always show up.
Interesting.
So all this is, I think it's my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was like, eat healthy so I don't have to take you to hospital, and always show up, always be there, always be present. Yeah.
She sounds very steadfast.
Yes.
What did she do? What was she about? Any memories around that, especially, primary into high school?
Yeah, my mom has done a lot of things. She's been selling a lot of things. But most of the years, what she was doing was she had a boutique. So doing clothes, selling shoes. Yeah, even now she has a boutique in Kiserian where she sells handbags, Yeah, my mom she's done a lot of selling of a lot of things. At the moment we are at handbags. Let's see how long it takes. During COVID, she was crocheting those little things that hold the mask so that the mask is not like...
The ones that hold you at the back.
Yeah, so she was crocheting those ones with 2 buttons.
Yeah.
And we were
That's
selling
innovation.
them. Yes, and at some point she was selling ponchos, crocheting. So, yeah, that's my mom.
That's a
and an
hardworking.
entrepreneur, very hardworking.
Yeah. That's what you took it from.
Yeah.
That's where you took it from.
And so that we don't come back here, what's your relationship with your mom growing up and to this point, and how might that have evolved?
Yes. So we talk. I talk to my mom almost every week. And if we don't talk, she's like, hata upigiangi watu simu siku hizi. Like it's just part of my whole life, talking to my mother. Right? So, yeah. My mom is always present. Like even when she has people working for her, she'll always share what she has. Then sometimes she has people living with her, like, Ninani, she's like, yes, she works at the shop and now I've taken her up, and like, yeah, my
sounds
mom is,
like sounds like my mom.
sounds like your mom. So she's always taking people, she's always believing in the best in people. No, she's a good person. I'm glad that I'm her daughter.
That's beautiful. That's such a beautiful statement.
That's such a beautiful statement.
You've spoken about loss. Yeah. Is it in this season that your brother passes on? Am I slightly later? Any memories around that particular season?
Yes, my brother passed on around 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
Right, and he was always he was a very jovial person, and it's great to see his sons. He has three sons, and one of them just did the exam. This one we were talking about, like, we don't know what it's about.
KJ something.
Yes, and he was the best in his class.
Oh.
Yeah, so awesome. Great boys. I live with one of them who helps me with my children, like running errands, driving them around, because I realized how my life is moving. I need help, right? So he did a degree in economics, and he just helped me build up Stuhler Orthodontics. He knows so much about my brand and what we do. And when I see him, I see my bro sometimes, and it's so lovely because of the 3 boys. And the youngest one is like an MP of Kiserian. He knows almost everything about Kiserian. Like when you go to my mom's place, it's like, we don't keep the key there. Na maziwa tunaendanga kuchukua huko. So he's no longer there, but the memories live on.
Yeah.
Especially with my nephews.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You growing up, was he like an overprotective brother? Because clearly you and your sister are quite, beautiful women.
Yeah.
So I'm sure growing up there must have been, a boy
brother.
every other day, amenok, neza ongea na Wanjiru or something.
Yes.
Yeah. So how was he?
Tunawaficha those ones. We just hide them all the time. Never to get to that situation where we have to test it.
Yeah.
So we just, we didn't get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cabs. What do we go after cabs? Tumemaliza KCSE.
Yes.
Tumepita.
Tumepita. Then we have that time where we have to wait. So we went to KCT to do these packages, computer packages.
Okay.
And in the process, we learned in drama, acting, stage. So I was never the person on stage, But because I'm very organized, I was always the person backstage. So if I was there, things get organized.
Wait, what KCT? What's KCT?
KCT is what is the full form of KCT?
Would you call it a college of
Kenya
sorts?
Christian. Yes, it's a college.
It's a college.
Where I've forgotten the full name.
Okay.
It's a college where you can do like what do you call it? Like a polytechnic kind of thing.
Okay.
Yes, vocational.
Vocational
college.
training.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So that we bridge the time, and I have something to do. And those days, this is 2001. Computers were starting to come up, so it was important for
You do packages and all.
Excel,
PowerPoint.
those things, and they still help until
Yeah,
today.
not totally. Yeah.
So that is what we were doing as we wait to see what am I doing next. Yes. Yeah.
So when was that answered? What am I doing next? When is that answered?
As I was in KCT.
Okay.
So I have relatives in Germany who organized for me to go to Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you know what you're going to do?
No. So I didn't know what I was. Those days, that's also a millennial problem or a good thing, or I don't know. You're just told you're going. Then you don't question that too much, especially when the people telling you to go just want the best for you. So I was told you're going. I didn't question. I was like, okay, we are going. Okay, we are going. So I went, and at the end, I was there 18 years.
Wait, that's such an important point, because I feel like at the core of some of the conflicts that we have with people around us is because we assume bad intent on their end.
Yes.
When, let's say a parent or a friend tells you
Yes.
something. Whereas if you sort of, what's the word, you suspend any sort of assumptions that you might have around what their motives are, then you realize, this is actually logical, and they're doing it from a place of wanting the best for me.
Yes.
Especially with parents as well. And I'm not
Yes.
saying that it always works out very well, because
Yes.
sometimes whatever they think is best for you is not necessarily what's best for you.
Yes.
But I think you can have a conversation if you assume good intent.
Assume
Yes.
good intent.
Yes.
I love that. And
Yeah.
I also like that she noticed it's a thing with the millennials. Because, no, it's slightly different for the younger generation.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu probably the millennials, again, with the trusting of the parent wants the best for me. The next generation is, no, even before you tell me, let me tell you. I have,
Yes.
hata wana concept ya usiniharakishe by the way.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. It was different. Yeah.
It was, yeah.
These days you have to discuss.
Yeah.
Even with the 12-year-olds are Gen what?
Gen Alphas.
Even with the Gen Alphas, you
Yeah.
can't just go throwing a birthday the way you think it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
My days when I was 12, my mom will throw it the way she thinks
In
it's supposed
now
to
Shukuru.
be. Yes, and dress me and Vivian like twins for years and years and years. These days, even when you go clothes shopping, you go with the 12-year-old because you'll buy the things. They won't wear. Even my mom now, she knows. Yeah, when she's buying things for my kids, they go to Githurai and Toi and Kikomba and shop. She doesn't go buy and then brings to them. She picks them, they go buy. And in our days, she would buy and bring. So time is changing.
There's an inversion there.
Yeah. And maybe if looking back, if someone would have just said you're going, I would question a lot, or I'd even maybe be rebellious and say why it's not my path, it is not my
Why
calling,
Germany?
it is No. I was like, okay, that is where I'm going. Let's go and let's find out what we are going to. Let's see what is going to happen there.
Okay. Do you remember how it felt uprooting your life technically? Had you started finding roots with relations, with,
KCT.
intentions of what you want to do and so on?
Yes. It was very difficult for me.
Okay.
But I also realized at that point, if I was going to stay here, maybe I wouldn't study and go to the university and do all those things that I wanted to do. Not because my mom doesn't want or my family doesn't want. It's because it's difficult. It was difficult at that point. So I realized if I want to do this and I want to make it, let me go there and see and try
Yeah.
and try. So I went with such a focus and such a vision. Like I'd done all the Canis and K1s here. I was like, okay, now we are going to
It's out of
Germany,
your system.
and that is we are now focused. You know,
Yeah.
even now when I go, I'm like, this shop was always here, but I never got into it. Summer Jam, it was happening. I never went, but because I was just like a walking focus. Yeah, like through med school, you couldn't like just push me here and there. I had my moments, you know, because we were in our 20s, we had to have those moments, but I was generally extremely focused. Yeah.
And so you land in Germany, you maybe with your auntie, uncles.
Yes.
Do you know what school you're going to? And if not, what's the decision tree that you have? How do you land at dentistry?
Yes. So I reached there, no word German. You know, people had gone to, I was like, if I knew, I'd have gone maybe to Pango, because I heard they were doing German.
German and French.
My girls, cabs, no German. So I've reached Germany.
Just Sheng, because you're close to Kibera.
Yes. Close to Kibera on one end, close to Madare on the other end. So Sheng was good there, but no German.
Yeah.
So I reached there. Actually on that plane I was like, oh my god, you're going, you're here. Actually we looked for the visa and I didn't get it the first time around, and I got it the second time around. So I was like, okay, now you are going to Germany, so what's the plan? So I was actually very planless when I reached there, but I found just almost paperless, yeah, but I found a way, yeah. I found a way to stick around, and I looked for a job that in the newspaper. In Germany, there's so many jobs. Just look for a job. Then I saw a job, dental assisting. Then I'm like, okay, where I am now, my papers are not good enough to go to med school, but they will take me to dental assisting. Right, so I've told this story before, but it opened up so many things in my life. So I went for the interview. So I was in Germany now like 10 months. Right, my understanding of German is good. My speaking not so good, but way better than other people who've been there even years. So I go for the interview, and he's like, yeah, where do you come from? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Kenya. He's like, we'd speak German or English? I'm like, you can speak to me in German, I'll understand. I'll try to answer you in German, but if I can't, I'll answer you in English. It's okay for you? He's like, yeah, I'm easy. So he's like, okay, this day, you'll shadow the dental assistant. So everything she does, you will do in the afternoon. Do you think you can? I'm like, yes, I can. And you know, high school, we'd been drilled. My girls, I was like, you know, you're trained to do stuff. So afternoon, he's like, are you ready? Yes, I'm like, I'm ready. So I'd watched her assisting. Then he's like, okay, I'm going to dictate what I see in this person's mouth. I'm like, okay. So he's like, 1 crown, 1 2. Then he was like dictating so quick. I'm like, these Germans.
And he's doing so in German.
In German. Okay. And I'd already noticed at the supermarket, like they move things, tack. In Kenya, we are still wrapping eggs with newspapers 20 minutes later. Anyway, he's like, gold. Then I wrote quickly, AU. Then after that, he looked as like, did you write AU? I'm like, yes, that's gold. I'm like, I know. He's like, I've never interviewed anyone who wanted to be a dental nurse and knew that gold is AU. You have the job.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah.
I was like, Mr. Agola, long live late Mr. Agola, our chemistry teacher. But that opened doors because that guy was so impressed. And he's like, how long have you been in Germany again? I'm like, 10 months. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, so I got the job, and he empowered me all the way. Like, he used to throw me in situations where I'm like, I don't know. He was like, I believe in you, you can do it. And he leaves me there, and I have to deal. So he really opened doors for me.
What's his name?
Dr. Kafer.
Dr. Kafer.
Dr. Kafer
Yeah.
from
Shout out to
Munich.
From
Yes.
Munich. Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of questions. So, how long was this after you had landed in Germany? Because in some of the notes we were reading, and you learned German via cassettes.
Yes.
So, how long had it been since you landed in Germany? So, between you landing
Yes.
and you writing AU during that interview?
10 months.
10 months.
10
Wow.
months. And training to be a dental assistant was a 3-year training.
Okay, so you were with Dr. Kefa for 3 years.
Yes. So in Germany, they do the vocational training. You go to school and you go to work.
Okay.
So you do the first year, you do 2 days school, 3 days work. Then the second year, they reduce a day. Then the third year, you do around also about a year.
They reduce a day of school or a day of work?
They reduce a day of school and add a day of work.
Okay.
Yes. So I really wish that we would get to that point in Kenya.
Yeah.
Because the dental assistants in Kenya at the moment is you learn on the job. So you just pick someone and you train them. Then they might do a small course in dental assisting, but not in the extent in which we did it in Germany. Because you had to learn to be at the reception to pick calls. You learn to assist the dentist, and you also learn to be in the lab. So by the time you're being released from you're being told you're officially a dental assistant, you've gone through thorough training. Yeah.
What do you notice upon getting to Germany? At least the first few months, and how does it sit with you? Are you sure you belong here?
Yeah.
Are you afraid? Are you missing your people already?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, remember even there's a shower issue. I went into a shower. As gays we have 2 taps. You just open 2 taps, a red one and a blue one. So I'm entering a bathroom and I'm wondering, how do they open this shower? I'm just pouring water on myself, cold water. I'm like, you know what, Wanjiru, you're a clever girl. You have to figure how to open the shower. So like even the smallest things were so challenging. And even like shopping without knowing the language was so hard. So I made sure. And those days there was also a little square thing where you could type an English word and then it translates for you into German.
This was before Google Translate.
This was before Google. So you buy like a gadget.
Oh, it's like...
So my auntie gave me such a gadget. And also cassettes.
Okay.
So I bought many cassettes. So it's lessons. It's like the Duolingo. You know Duolingo?
Yeah.
I make my children do Duolingo. So you repeat. So you listen, you repeat. So when I speak German, even today, I hardly have a foreigner accent. I can even speak the German dialect, which the Germans sometimes are so shocked. She's like, like Akuk speaking Kirinyaga Kikuyu. So this is like a foreigner, but he's speaking dialect. So I do the Bavarian thing in Bavaria, and they're so shocked.
Yeah.
They're like, were you born here? I'm like, no, I was born in Gara.
That's like me meeting someone like a foreigner. Let me use a word. I don't want to use white. What
Caucasian
else? Caucasian.
Yes.
Yeah, like a Caucasian, I don't know, American, out here speaking Kirinyaga,
Yes.
Kikuyu. You're like,
Yes.
bruv, I don't even know how to speak.
Yes, that happens to them a lot.
Yeah.
Or
When I
speaking,
meet them in
speaking
Nairobi.
Kinyore.
Sindio?
Yes.
You're like, how do you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's random.
Well, what about internally? We've had a good number of guests over the years on the pod who speak of the loneliness when you're on the other side.
Yeah.
They speak of, you never thought diet and your food affected your mood and how you face life up till you're not at home.
The weather as
Yeah.
well.
Exactly, the weather as well. The spoken of. Is it like winter depression or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Are these things that you're grappling with? Ama wewe, it's a good time.
The first 10 years, I was so focused. All these things were just diluted in the process.
Okay.
Like the first 10 years, I had my focus. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a dentist. Then all these things, I didn't care. So you guys are eating bread for dinner. So what? So let me make my ugali. And if I don't want to make ugali, let me eat bread with you. So it's always cold. Who cares? I warm my cocoa and I drink my cocoa. So the first 10 years before I got my son, it all did not bother me until later when I got my son, when I came to Kenya. So I came to Kenya, I did some voluntary work at Kikuyu Hospital. Then there are some people used to come and they pay me in form of ndomas. And I was like, this feels different. So I've removed someone's tooth. They are struggling to pay, but they want to give me ndomas, So in those old years when I was working in Germany, I hadn't seen that part because I was focused. So now that I had come back and done this couple of months of plucking teeth, I went back. My fellow students were like, she's the plucking queen. I don't know how I became an orthodontist. But at that point, I was so good at extracting because we'd done that at Kikuyu Hospital. So I got another feel to offering my services about what dentistry is about. Because for once, it was not only about... I do a service, I am remunerated with funds because I was volunteering, but they were still bringing me stuff. Yeah, and that's when I started seeing things different.
Okay.
And then after getting also my son, things started bothering me sometimes when people see me in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And before that, it didn't bother me.
Okay.
So, yeah, it took 10 years for once I became a dentist, like I put a tick on that thing. Then now I started realizing other things that I wasn't realizing before.
Okay. You've said once you became a dentist, does it mean that in the 10 years you're walking through med school?
Yes.
So you went to med school for 10 years?
Yes.
And this is the Munich experience?
Yes. So I did the dental assisting for 3 years.
Okay.
After that, I applied for dentistry.
Okay.
Then they were like, in Kenya, you do 12 years. In Germany, you do 13. You're lacking a year.
Interesting.
And mind you, I was already 23.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was the point where, what do we do about this year that is lacking? And then they're like, also, you didn't do German in Kenya. So we usually have this A1, B1, C1. I don't even exactly know what they're called. But I didn't have a paper showing I speak German. So that was again an issue. So at that point, I was like, are we giving up here or are we going to be dentists?
It's an issue for the German system or for the Kenyan system?
So the Kenyan system, 844, you do 8 years primary, 4 years secondary. And in Munich, you do 13 years in total.
Okay.
So they were like, the KCSE is not equivalent to their education to go to university.
Okay.
So 1 year was missing. So they have a bridging year where you study the subjects you intend to do. So if you intend to study medicine, you do maths, chemistry, biology, physics, and Latin. If you intend to do economics, they put you in economic classes. If you intend to be an architect, you do certain subjects.
Latin.
So it is
Latin. Why Latin?
because many medical terms are in Latin.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So we had to do a year of Latin. Yeah,
Makes sense, yeah.
So after being a dental assistant, I enrolled now to study, and they told me I have to do the bridging year.
So you did that.
Yes, and even the language was an issue because I could speak German, but I had no proof. So I went to...
But you could always show them the cassettes. Look, I've listened to all these cassettes.
It was quite dramatic, actually.
Okay.
I was going to that office almost every day. I'm like, I want to study dentistry. She's like, I told you need to go study German first. And I'm telling her, I'm speaking
Aren't we speaking in German?
speaking in German. She's like, I have my checklist and I need you to show proof of your German. I'm like, that will take me a whole year. And I'm starting to learn Ich bin Wanjiru, I am Wanjiru. I'm starting to learn from there.
Scratch.
It doesn't make sense, and I've already trained as a dental assistant. She's like, no, rules are rules. So she sent me home. So I went home, I cried one round, and then I'm like, okay, you have to go back because you're not doing a year of German. You already have to do a year of bridging. You're 23. Other people you studied with have done dentistry and they're finishing. You want to do dentistry and they want to send you 1 year German, 1 year bridging. So by the time you're actually starting
Your degree,
you're 25. I was like, no, this is not happening. I went back. I was like, can I speak to your bosses? She's like, you're very stubborn. I'm like, I just don't want to go learn things that I already know. She's like, okay, then come tomorrow. I'll see if the boss can be here. So I went again. This is like the 6th time going there. I'm like, time is running out because we have cut-off times. She's like, I don't know if the boss will make it today, but you can wait. I'm like, I have time, I'll wait. So the boss was like, you speak a lot of German. I'm like, yes, that's what I've been trying to say.
Exactly my point.
She's like, so what did you do once you came? Where did you learn your German? I'm like, in Munich. With who? By myself. I read Harry Potter, all the series. So I learned a lot of it by myself.
In German.
Then he's like, and what were you doing all this time? I'm like, I'm a dental assistant. Did you have German in
Kenya.
Polytechnic.
Oh, okay.
When you were learning dental assisting. I'm like, yes, I had German. He's like, okay, I have an idea. Go to school where you did your Polytechnic. Ask your German teacher to sign for you a recommendation letter. Then we will try to make that work so that you don't have to do German lessons. So I went back to school. Then I'm telling my German teacher, so I want to study dentistry. He's like, I knew it. I knew you're going to do this. I'm like, but I need a letter from you that you taught me German. He's like, you know what? I taught you German. I taught you adjectives. I'm like, yeah. So go and write a letter with all the adjectives you know that could recommend you. So I went and I'll sign. I wrote, and there was no ChatGPT and Gemini. So I wrote, I passed it.
Yeah.
Gemini. And I passed it through my German friends, and then I took it to the German teacher, and he read it, he smiled, he signed. Then I took this to the office of registering to study dentistry, and they took it. So I actually did not learn German in class to be able to study dentistry.
Hey.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what a story.
There's something, so there's a thread of steadfastness that is like clear in her story.
From Marion School.
Yeah, from Marion School, you know. But I'm also curious. You said when you're looking for your papers, you're like, and so I was like, no, I want to be a dentist. At what point does it dawn on you that you want to be a dentist?
As a dental assistant.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the dentist, he was very good, and he was very good with his hands, and he wore he had a microscope. I found this, I was just fascinated.
Okay.
So you're dealing with people. I like people. Rarely don't I like people. So when I don't like you, you have a problem. So I could deal with people. I could do work with my hands, and I still had my sciences. And then I was like, this is it. So he checked my teeth the first time when I was 19. He was like, when was the last time we were at the dentist? I was like, I've never been at the dentist. He's like, no way. So he checked my teeth and he's like, yeah, good teeth. I was like, thank you. Yeah, that's how I landed at dentistry, through the training to be a dental assistant.
Dr. Kefa.
Kefa. Yeah.
One of the things I've noticed through the story as well is how well you remember the names of the people who inspired you.
Yes.
I feel like we always remember people in the two extremes, either people who were really, really good in our lives or people who were really, really bad.
Yeah.
I can tell you about all my bad, terrible teachers.
Yes.
Like the high school experience, we've spoken about this. But it just goes a long way to sort of show how inspirational and great and just fantastic your teachers were.
Yes,
and the people who were.
And
so
generally,
shout out to all of them.
Yes, I like calling people by name. I also like when people call me by name. Even when I go to a restaurant, there's a reason there's that name tag. So that you don't say, say Buddha, Mzito, Chef. So when I read a name tag written Eunice, it's just respectful. So I call you by your name. So I like calling people by their names, and I also like calling people by the names they like being called. So my patients, you can find a child with like 4 names. I'm like, what do your friends call you? Then they're like, they call me AJ. Yes, or MJ. By the way, I have an MJ, and I have an AJ.
And that his name is Michael Jaraba.
Yeah, something like that. So I asked them, because I'm like, orthodontics is a journey.
Yeah.
We'll see each other 2 years, every 8 weeks. So if we have to start being friends now, so names are very important.
Super. Yeah, I noticed that. You asked me as well.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't ask me.
I was calling you Kamande.
Okay,
Sindio liko ndani anyway. No, mimi nimesikia Kefa. I thought of Kefa Sutherland.
Yeah,
Nico,
Sutherland.
I didn't know he was German. Sindio and hit Nico. Yeah. Kefa Sutherland is the 24 guy.
24.
Sindio.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Nico,
That's him.
Jack Bauer.
German names are all over. You know, like there are many Müllers.
Yeah.
Schroders.
Müller.
Konrad Wittek has known. He has Joseph.
Is
with
he
an F.
German?
He's German, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's German.
okay.
And Webers.
Yeah.
German names are like all over the world, even in America a lot.
Hey.
Shout out to Conrad as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so tumeanza college.
Yes.
University.
Yes.
Right? Where are you and what's your experience for the next how many years for?
10 years.
We started first with Studienkolleg. Studienkolleg was this bridging year.
Okay.
So we were doing maths and Latin, and physics, chemistry, biology. Then at this point, Kenya, we were using logbooks. And in Germany, they'd already moved to calculators. So shock on me. I know cosinus, sinus on the logbook. I don't know. So already that was also another point where I was like, okay, you really need to work hard. But my chemistry was on point. I knew the...
AU.
I knew AU, I knew the periodic table.
Yeah.
So I was actually giving people classes in German, in chemistry. They pay me.
Oh.
So I teach you chemistry, you pay me. Then
Interesting.
I needed to work really hard on my maths.
Yeah. Well, was that legal? You teaching and being paid?
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's among your friends. You can't, if I teach you now anything, in whichever country we are at, and you pay me, it can't be illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like in the extent that I'm earning so much that I have to pay tax
to
and
report,
such
yeah.
stuff. It was just like
a token of appreciation.
Yes, something of the sort.
Okay.
So I did that a bit, teaching. So I think that's where also teaching started from. Then I used to be called to events to translate from German, English, Kiswahili, you know, that translating thing I already started at that point also. So just looking for ways to earn a few cents here and there, because Germany is expensive, and as a student, you don't have a lot you can do. But they really try. The system tries. Like the McDonald's, the busiest McDonald's in the world is in Munich. And if you work there as a student, you don't pay tax.
Oh.
Yes, so they really encourage. And as a student, you have your student card. You go to the movies at a different rate. You even buy doner kebab is it's like a shawarma.
Okay.
And you buy at another rate
At a student's
at a
cost.
student cost.
Okay.
So Germans work really hard to make it easier for students. So studying there was very good. So we did. I remember there was the exam to enter Studienkolleg. So you have to do an exam to enter. Just because you have Form 4, it doesn't mean you'll enter. So you have to have at least C+,
Okay.
fourth form, and you have to do the exam. So I'd come to Kenya. Then we'd done the whole thing you do as a 23-year-old, you know, moving around, going places, catching the flight in the morning, and the whole night you are all over Nairobi. So I'm reaching 6 a.m. Munich, and my exam is at 8 a.m.
Whoa.
But I knew I was going to ace, because it was those things you if you keep talking and you do the past papers, you'll pass.
Yeah.
Then one of my very, very best friends, Meg, we met. Because she saw my hair. She's like, hii ni nywele ya Kenyatta Market, wewe ni Mkenya. You know? And
She said that?
Yes.
In Swahili?
Yes.
Ah, that's so dope.
And
Yeah.
until today, she does a lot of good stuff in Kisumu and that area. She supports that area a lot with wells and boreholes. She's a power woman. But we met on that day during that exam. So we did that exam. They rated it together with KCSE. Then we started doing Studienkolleg. And
Okay.
we did that for 1 year. Then again, Germans are very big on making sure everyone gets a chance. If you're a foreigner, there's a percentage in which they have to fill at the university. So, and also if you have some sort of disability, there's a percentage. So they don't take just all Germans who did well. They make sure they have foreigners.
balance it
They
out.
have, so it wasn't too hard to get to med school.
Okay.
My grades were good, but there was also that foreigner percentage. Yeah, so I got to med school.
And how many years are you doing med school?
5 years plus half a year of exams.
Half a year of exams.
Yes.
This is at the end.
Yes.
What do you
Yeah.
mean by half a year of exams?
So 6
Yeah.
months. So as a dentist, you have to do the practical stuff, and you have to do things like biochemistry, physiology. So you practically have every week an exam for half a year. So you have like 15 exams you need to do, and you're doing this in 6 months. So you have practicals, and practicals is you're doing a filling. You're doing a crown. So you have to prepare for that crown. You have to prepare the tooth. It has to go to the lab. So it's practically an exam you do 6 months. Yeah, hard life. Oh, that was very not easy.
Yeah. Any highlights from the 5 years?
Yes, the friends that I met. So Meg, and there's also my German girls. Yeah, we did a East Africa round trip when we turned 40 with my German ladies. So we travel a lot. We do. So
And this you all met in campus?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you all black?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's an Algerian, there's Germans, yeah, there's Kenyans. Yeah, so we are a mixture. We are a
Okay.
mixture of from many
So
places.
the commonality is not race, it's the when you met, the when and
Yes,
where.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
okay.
So that I like that in med school, dental school, it's very thorough, very, very thorough. Like if you're preparing, you're making, you're doing a filling on a tooth, then you need to use your bars. If you touch the neighboring tooth, you already lose half the marks.
Oh.
So you're not supposed to be touching a neighboring tooth with your bar if you're doing a filling on this tooth. Why? We have to preserve the teeth. So very conservative and very thorough. And this just takes you through, or has been taking me through all my life. I'm very conservative with how I do things.
Yeah.
Yeah, even being a dentist, I can count the number of times I've prescribed antibiotics.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm like, let the body try. Let the body do its thing before you actually medicate.
Okay.
Don't do things like we are being cautious. No, let the body try. So I do a lot of rinses, tea tree oil rinses, chamomile rinses. I rarely prescribe antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do too much of that in Africa sometimes.
Yeah. And how often are you traveling back to Kenya?
At this point, I used to every second year, and that later on after my son was born, I was here every year.
Okay.
So I made sure that I'm still in contact with my
With
people
home.
and my country, and and living there also, it makes you appreciate your Africanness.
Yeah.
Like you really appreciate who you are when you're among other people.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
What are you noticing? Like politically, also in terms of your friends have moved on, they're now married, unajua, 3 kids, etc.
Yeah.
And how does that make you feel?
Now at this point, or when I was coming back?
At that point.
At that point, yes, I kept feeling I'm missing on stuff. For example, my sister had the hit with Jaguar, my dream. So I was not around.
Oh yeah, by the time you're leaving, she's not a superstar.
Yes,
You kept
yes,
coming back,
yes,
she's a big deal.
Yes, and then just the general family stuff that happens, I kept missing out on them. And my parents getting older, my grandparents still around. I kept feeling, now I started getting FOMO at some point. I want to be there and I'm not there. So I started noticing that I need to be back.
And speaking of which, you mentioned a child, your firstborn.
Yeah.
What's happening in this period in terms of, meeting people?
Yeah.
Are you finding an inclination towards a particular group, or
Yeah.
what's happening on the dating scene without getting into the details?
Yes. Now we moved there and we have to deal with who's there, right? and they're not
Work
many.
with what you have.
Yes, you have to work with what you have, which was not working. However, there are very few also Kenyan, there are more Kenyan women in Germany than Kenyan men. So we had to deal with what is there, and most of what was there were Germans. But it was okay, you get to appreciate what you have when you've been through other things, if you know what I mean. So I prefer the dating scene in Kenya, if I'm
Okay.
honest.
Yeah.
But it is good, you get to know what other people are looking for. For example, just one example in Kenya, if you're going for a date, the man always feels he's the one who's supposed to pay for the date. Baadaye, you can sort it out financially how you want. But the first date, the man feels it's them. In Germany, the first date, the man is like, okay, pay your half of the bill, I pay my half of the bill.
You go Dutch completely.
Yes, Dutch way is Dutch in Europe.
Yeah.
So those were the kind of things we went
shocks.
through. Yes. But Germans are also very straightforward. You always know where you stand with a German.
Unlike Kenyans.
Yes, which is also a good thing. Because they will not smile with you if they're not feeling like smiling with you, So the Germans are very, very direct, which is, I can be that sometimes, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. At what point do you decide to specialize? Because by the end of med school, you're now a dentist,
Yes.
But then what do you notice and go, let me now take this route?
Yes, it was actually in med school already in dentistry.
Okay.
So orthodontics is just one subject you're taught to get basics. Because you after the basics, that's when you're supposed to recognize, when you're supposed to refer to an orthodontist as a dentist. So you're taught basics, and in these basics we had to bend wires, and I was really good at it. So the orthodontic lecturer was like, and I always knew the answers during the lectures. So she'd ask questions and I'd be like, yeah, that's a Goshgarian. She's like, I didn't even know anyone here knows what a Goshgarian is. Go and Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini, what's
And blunt well. Fantastic.
So that was the first point where I was like, okay, maybe orthodontics is my thing. Then I also came here and I started doing a market research. Since I'd already started playing with the thought I want to come back, I was like, I don't want to come back and I'm doing things where Kenyans don't need. So I asked my maxillofacial surgeon professor, he's called Professor Ehrenfeld in Munich. So he used to do trainings here, cleft patients and stuff. So he had contacts of a couple of professors and doctors, and up to today I still work with them. I was at that point, it was just a name and a very big name, and now I can sit with Professor Gudhua in one sitting, or Professor Nganga, and I'm like, I am here with Professor Gudhua and Professor Nganga, and we are discussing a case. Sometimes I'm just still that little student, and I'm so amazed by that fact, and then I remember, I'm a specialist. Okay, focus. Now we are so they actually told me specialize orthodontics or maxillofacial surgery. In Germany, if you're a maxillofacial surgeon, you have to study the whole of medicine and the whole of dentistry. And at this point, after dentistry, I was already 30. I was like, okay, now you can't go back for another 5-6 years to do medicine. I was like, okay, let's stick to orthodontics. So I did 3 years of the specialization.
3 additional years?
Yes.
Wow.
So it was 3 years nursing or dental assisting, 1 year the bridging year, 6 years dentistry, and then 3 years orthodontics.
That's what makes it a total of 10 just learning.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That is not even that is what?
That's more than 10?
It's a lot of years. And they just flew by, and it never stressed me. These days when you tell someone, do this and that, the Gen Zs, they're like,
for
all
10
those years in school.
Yeah.
I never really quite felt I am in school for so long.
Yeah.
At some point,
years.
that's how my mom used to introduce me. Huu ni ule wangu mkubwa mwenye kunipatia wajukuu kwa sababu alisoma sana.
Yeah. that's like complimenting you and dissing you at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're like, when you nilipeleka Germany?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I was just listening. I was like, it's okay. They're coming. Wajukuu wanakuja.
Eventually.
Yes.
So immediately after school, you come back home. And wait, at what point do you do Austria? Is it in the specializing? Okay.
In the specializing.
Yeah.
And
is that a
point,
choice?
Yes, because I could now do dentistry in German.
Okay.
I could tell you everything dentistry in German, and I had no idea how to say it in English. So I came in Kikuyu Hospital, and they're like the nurses, Doc, we do an IOPA.
Okay.
Like, IOPA ni nini? Google IOPA. Oh, that's a small X-ray. So I realized the abbreviations I don't get them because I don't know dentistry in English.
You're thinking in German.
Yes, and I'm doing dentistry in German, and that was the choice to do it in English. And during the thesis, I was like, I should have just done this thing in German. Oh, that was something else. I had a small baby, and no one to give the baby to.
Okay, so by then you're a single parent.
Yeah, he's there. The dad is there, but works other parts of Germany, so only comes over the weekend.
Okay.
So I have a thesis to write in a language I am no longer comfortable in with a small baby. That was hard. So I knew how to tie a baby on my back. So I actually what do you say, acknowledgement to, like, my son is written in this thesis. It was and my thesis topic was the faces of Europeans versus the faces of Africans, like in simple words. So if you take an X-ray of someone who is both African and European, and you measure the face, where do the values land? And the values are exactly in the middle. Yeah.
And what do you mean by values?
Say more about that.
So when as orthodontists, before we move teeth, we have to consider your face and your whole head, right? Because by moving teeth, you might actually change the way someone smiles. So Africans, for example, we have nice full lips. So when I'm moving the teeth around, I have to make sure that the front teeth still remain a little bit further forward. Because if I take them too far back, I sink the lips and then they look weird. Same to Europeans. If I'm doing the teeth of a European, I don't want to push the teeth so far forward. So my teeth on a European, the lips would not maybe even close. Right?
That's,
Yeah. So I have to consider. So part of the planning in orthodontics is taking pictures so that you're able to tell, as I am moving these teeth, how am I changing the face?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was my study, my
Interesting.
orthodontic study. So I did this, I wrote this thesis with a child on my back. Yeah.
Was there, had this study been followed up on before you?
People had tried, but no one had ever really done it. A Kenyan European or a Kenyan German.
Yeah.
So I took pictures and data.
Where are you getting data from? From Kikuyu?
From Kenyan Germans, like Kenyans
Who
who are living in Germany, and the kids are half Kenyan and half German.
I see what you mean. So
Yes.
they come down, they average out.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
That
Yes.
is
Well done.
insane.
Yes, so that's what it said at the end. But writing that and doing that was not easy.
Okay. Dope. You've been home for 7 years now.
Yes, yeah.
So at some point, school ends.
Yeah.
Your Austria season ends.
Yeah.
You're now very familiar with dentistry in
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Unajua,
Yes.
and you've specialized now.
Yes.
In
At what
orthodontry?
point? Orthodontics. Is that
Yes.
how you
That's
say
it.
it?
Orthodontics.
Orthodontics.
Yes.
Yeah. At what point do you go, okay, let me pack my bags and go back home? And
Yes.
how does that translate to you actually being here?
Yes. You know, I'm that person who says this sounds so obvious and so normal, but I'm that person who says, "I maisha si rehearsal." Yeah, you know, we hear it so many times. We only have this one life to live. So every day I ask myself, was that the fullest? Is that it? Right?
If you're to go today,
If I was to go today,
that
would
be-
I say I have done what I wanted to do? And you know what? I would. Yes. And that is why it reached some point where I had studied. I went to Germany and I wanted to study and I wanted to, at some point, to start a family. And I'd done all that. But I wasn't feeling that feeling where nimepewa ndoma kwa sababu ya kufanya kazi. I wasn't feeling it.
What is that? Is that fulfillment?
Yes,
Okay.
fulfillment. And fulfillment, I was like, okay, it's going to be hard, but I've gone. It's a wrap. Germany, thank you. I will always be a German, whether I like it or not, in my ways and in my thinking sometimes and in the way I do things.
And in your name
papers,
as well.
At this point,
And in
you've
my
got
name and in passports, I'm a German. But I'm also a Kenyan. And at this point, I want to be a Kenyan and I want to go back home. So I went. Most people after 18 years don't come back. And I came and it was hard. It was hard.
Adjusting
The first
must
year-
have been hard,
The
yeah.
first year was hard. Also,
what's the
'cause
hardest bit?
the hardest bit was waiting almost half a year to get my license.
Welcome back home.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was very hard. So I was doing like little screenings and being paid a K or two a day. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
And where are you? Are you living with mom?
A little bit. I
Okay.
lived with mom a bit. I lived with Vivian a little bit.
Okay.
So I was living out of the suitcase and I had 2 small kids.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I'd bought a house in Juja
Hmm.
and it wasn't completed yet. Yeah, contractor alifanya ile kitu.
Oh, welcome back home.
Welcome back home.
Salamu
Yeah.
kwako, Mr. Contractor, but you're still my friend.
Are you though? Are you though?
Kind of. So yeah, I was living out of the suitcase and then my stuff was stuck at the clearing place on Mombasa Road.
Karibu nyumbani.
So you
manze.
shipped everything.
I shipped everything,
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
and my things. Then my stuff got stuck and I had to
Yeah.
go there. And I tried getting my license and they were like, what is this? Is this a BDS? I'm like, no, it's not a bachelor. It's a German state examination. We know BDS. And then I'm telling the Germans, okay, they say they want BDS. The Germans are like, no, this is German state examination. You went to school longer than a dentist in Kenya. So we would be degrading your degree if we called it a bachelor. So this back and forth there, like,
Here we go again.
yeah, and I didn't understand why they were not taking it through here. So I went to the board, and they explained to me if you were to work somewhere in Marsabit or Lodwa or somewhere where they don't know this word, they would struggle to understand you're the dentist. So that's why we want it to be called BDS. So the Germans just put in brackets so that everyone is at peace. But all this took around half a year.
Okay.
Wow.
So I did that. Then I trained little bit at the school of dental school in Nairobi, which just made me also appreciate how my studies were in Germany, because we were lacking resources here and there. And I also noticed it was very fulfilling also at that point. I did that for a year. After 3 years being in Kenya, they give you the specialization after some time.
Okay.
So I got the specialist recognition after being in Kenya for 3 years.
3 years.
So and in this time I was moving around. You know the way doctors work in Kenya?
Yeah.
So at my peak I was working at 5 different dental offices 6 days a week.
Whoa.
How does this make you feel? Is this, I'm too stretched? This is what I came for. This is what I wanted.
I was like, I understood in Kenya, we work with referrals. It's not like yellow pages in Germany. Everyone is a good orthodontist because everyone was trained well. So you just open and who is nearest to where my kids go to school and you pick and you go.
Yeah.
In Kenya, your name. So I have been building my name practically the 7 years I've been around.
Been home.
And normally, I can say if you're in the dental field, the name Stuhler says something to you. So I've been working hard to build my name. So I build the brand, then I open the office and not vice versa. Yeah.
And that says a lot about our education system as well. Indirectly.
Yes.
It
Because,
does. Yeah.
It just says a lot about the inconsistency. Because if I cannot go to a dentist, I cannot trust a dentist fully, yet they've gone through the training to be a dentist. Why?
Yes. There's some problems here and there. I must say also in the giving of licenses. Yeah, we are working on it now. The board is very much on it. The dental association is very much on it. That the credentials are very clear. Who can do what, so that the patients also understand. Yeah.
So assuming that I don't have any referrals, and this is like for everyone who's listening and for ourselves
Yes.
as well, because like I have kids and
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to get the right person for the kids.
Yeah.
What should someone be looking for when they're seeking out for a dentist?
Word of mouth is important. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Oh, I like the, because word of mouth is literally a double entendre in this case.
Yes.
That's
yes.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how when you go for the consultation, I feel people these days like things very hurried. They want things immediately. And sometimes when someone promises immediate results, it's not always the good way to go.
Okay.
So your doctor is supposed to take time to listen to you. Yeah. So my consultation is 45 minutes. We talk. I see you. I see when you're talking, where are your teeth? I listen to you. What do you want me to do? You know, as an orthodontist, there are those things I want, but it might not be what my patient wants. So I find it's important that that the doctor treating you is taking time to know you and to know what you want. And for example, for a treatment plan, I need around a week, and I need pictures of you, I need x-rays of you. And for example, orthodontics, someone who's doing orthodontics without an x-ray, that's already a red flag, because you can't be moving teeth when you don't know what's happening under the teeth. So those are a few of the tips I would give on how to know who the right person is.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other question was something that we touched a bit on before we started recording, which is on the fluoride levels in this country.
Yes.
I think I've had a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
My kids are dealing with it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Because it's apparently, I knew this a few weeks back, that it's
Yeah.
actually the content, the levels of fluoride are so high in Nairobi, and
Yeah.
we do not speak enough about it.
Yes.
Let alone knowing in the first place.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you've noticed within the dental space that
Yeah.
sort of need to be addressed and talked
Yes. So there's the part of plaquing teeth.
about? Okay.
Yeah, the one I talked about before, that's one of the things.
Yeah.
The other things is the water issue. So because of where we are geographically, Kenya, our water tends to have a lot of minerals, and our food generally. So a potato in Kenya has another set of nutrients than a potato in Germany.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because of our location on this earth.
Okay.
So our water tends to have a lot of fluoride. So many people don't know that, because fluorosis happens when the teeth are being made. So you don't see it on the child.
Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
that is also the tricky part.
It's called mineralization.
No, it's
Okay.
not called mineralization.
Okay.
Yes, to some point.
Okay.
It's called mineral, but mineralization is all minerals in general. Yes,
got
so
it.
fluoride is one mineral.
I see.
So parents really need to be aware. Children under the age of 8, you should be very particular with the water you give them.
Okay.
Because if it has too much fluoride, you don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And if you boil water, you increase the levels of fluoride. You
Oh,
make it
for
worse.
real?
Yes. So these days, there's a friend of mine, Dr. Rose, is very much, we call her Mama Maji, very much behind the agenda of making sure children and generally the population is getting the right water.
Interesting.
So these days, there are those reverse osmosis machines under the sink
Okay.
that purify the water. And my first salary in Kenya, like my first money that I made in Kenya was 30,000. And I bought a machine that was worth 30,000.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need to do this so that my children don't
You're
get
very aware of that.
fluoride.
Yeah, man.
It's a
For the
problem.
parents out there, just
interesting.
look into
Yeah,
it, especially
yeah.
if you're just beginning the parenthood journey.
Yeah.
Super important. Don't
Yes.
miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you buy? Ukienda kwa duka unasema, sell me this. What do you call that
So
machine?
these days there are a lot of these water stations
Okay.
for selling water.
Yeah.
They have good water, number
Okay.
one. Water in Nairobi is also good when it's city council water. The problem is when it becomes borehole water.
Borehole water.
So when you buy a machine, there are many in the market these days, a reverse osmosis
Okay.
machine.
Reverse osmosis.
Yes.
Okay, we'll attach that to our show
Yeah,
notes.
and
Yes,
we're
yes.
talking about this. The interesting thing about the new housing projects in Nairobi, especially in
Yeah.
the uptown
Yeah.
areas, they use boreholes as a selling point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Ah,
good
man.
that there is water. It's better than no
It's
water
good.
at all.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily good for consumption.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, when children, for example, have very narrow upper jaws, that's also something I've noticed. So what happens is that when the upper jaw is very narrow, the airway becomes also constricted, like it's not getting enough. So the child tends to open their mouth when they are breathing. So we keep telling them, funga
hiyo
mdomo,
mdomo.
close your mouth, and it's actually not their fault. So it's a cycle. So the more they open their mouth, the more particles get into the mouth, and the more they get ENT issues. So most of the time, it is the adenoids that are removed, or tonsils, or all those things. My recommendation is, if the upper jaw is actually too narrow, widen it. The orthodontist will widen the jaw, and the palate is the base of the nose. So once you widen the upper jaw, they get more air with the nose, then they automatically close their mouths.
I hear you.
So I have noticed that issue a lot.
Yeah.
So 6-7 year old, take them to the orthodontist. Better the orthodontist says there's nothing to do, But then we pick also these little problems, and it's a game changer when you widen an upper jaw of a 6-7-year-old who's been having issues with breathing. They don't sleep well, they wake up so often, they're tired in school, they constantly have tonsillitis. It's a vicious cycle, which is really unnecessary.
On the flip side, I have noticed, and I was discussing this with my wife, I think there's an uptick of kids with braces around Nairobi. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah.
There's a lot more
Weirdly,
people.
even out of town, I'm seeing a lot of so for instance, I was doing a workshop not too long ago with I don't want to call them kids because they are adults, but I'm seeing a lot
Young
of braces even from like Turkana, even like from Nakuru. Uko, it's a thing that is now being embraced. Badum.
Yeah,
That's a good one,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a combination of many things.
Okay.
The one thing is, with every generation, our jaws are getting smaller, but the teeth are not becoming smaller at the same rate. Yeah.
Why are our jaws becoming
Is this
smaller?
Because we are
evolution or
doing
something?
more mashed potatoes than sugarcane. And even sugarcane you buy on the street when it's already peeled. How many of us still peel the sugarcane?
Jeez.
You know? So with every new generation, the jaws are getting smaller. That's the one thing. Then, of course, awareness that there is orthodontics. And many people doing it. Some are doing it the right way, some are not. So it's a combination of those things.
Yeah.
And to what extent is it a fashion statement?
The youth, they like it. Some of them really like the colored ties and stuff. And I tell my youth, if we are doing this, you better enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
So if you are,
Go, it's painful,
we are
right?
at the moment we are doing a lot of red green ties for Christmas, and also Invisalign is also getting a lot into the market for grown-up orthodontics.
Yeah.
So many grown-ups are also straightening their
Embracing
teeth,
that.
because teeth you straighten at any age.
Okay.
Changing of jaws, like with the expander, you only do at a certain age.
Okay. Is the jaw a bone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and you can influence the growth of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So nianze kupatia watu your mind veve.
Apana, let's
Sugar
just
cane.
do sugar
Sugar-
cane.
okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You're not getting carried away now. What about what are they called? Stanners. What are these stanners? Grills. Artistaners. Yeah.
The decorative one.
Yeah, like what the rappers do. And is that
It's decoration. They
it
put
is
it and they
decoration.
remove.
Yeah.
If you want to do your thing,
Nothing wrong with that.
wear jibambe. As long
Okay.
as you're not grinding the teeth
Yeah.
away, then you can do whatever, and you're keeping your teeth clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what makes you happy.
Hey,
For a lesson. I could go on and I have so many questions. But one of the things that you have with me is I don't know how I didn't know about you, but you have hopefully me and many other new customers.
Yeah.
Which
On
brings
board.
us to the next question. Tell us about your new venture.
Yes, and
Yes.
congratulations.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Like I said, I think things through a long time. So I've been in this field over 20 years. So I know a lot about teeth. But I had to be comfortable, and I had to do it because I felt I'm ready. You know, I don't go by people's beats. I don't do things because I'm supposed to. Like I have, even my personal life is very unconventional. Some people wonder. However, I do what makes me happy. Maisha si rehearsal, you know. So I decided I want to open my office when people knew enough about me. So we are actually quite busy, considering we've been on it for around 4 weeks.
Just 4 weeks.
Yes. So I see most of my patients are young people, teenagers, those ones who, but I also see 6-7-year-olds. Yeah, youngest patient could even be 6 weeks. You know, when they are born with a cleft, they can't suck. So it's the orthodontist who makes that appliance so that the space to the palate is closed.
Okay.
So that they can suck.
But is the orthodontist the one who then works out the
No,
palate? Okay.
that's the maxillofacial surgeon.
Okay.
So the story I was telling you about the picky issue, I was going to fit a chain on a canine that was stuck. So I need the surgeon to open it up for me to put the chain, and then I pull that chain down for around a year or 2.
Okay.
Yes. So I work with the maxillofacial, with the ENTs close together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But go on. You are speaking about your new.
In my new
practice,
venture, yes.
yeah.
So it's a purely orthodontic clinic. Yeah, so I do braces, Invisalign, expanders, habit breakers for those people who suck thumbs. We we have appliances to stop that. And I start orthodontics at very young. I can do very young. I can also do very old. My oldest patient is in her 70s. So it's new, Rosalind Rivera Mall, 3rd floor. The same path where Java is and Nairobi Hospital. I was actually talking to Java. I'm like, I should do some cross marketing here. We remove braces, they come and have some granola, because there are those things you're not supposed to eat when you have braces because they'll break.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
that is my new area. I moved houses for that. I moved the kids' school, so that now I start this new part, this new season of my life. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Hey,
well
hey,
done.
hey.
And you did it when you were ready.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did it my time.
Your time.
That's
My time.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love the brand then practice, as opposed to most of the times it's the brand and the know-how will catch up. Unajua,
brand,
once
yeah.
we open, we'll
Yeah.
figure this one is we
Yeah.
figured.
Yes.
Now we are ready for you.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay. Aya, I think tuko kipindi cha lala salama.
Sound
Uh-huh.
familiar?
Yeah.
You mentioned your mom, but we didn't hear much about your dad.
Yes.
Is there anything to say about?
My dad is the one who says little, but when he says it, it hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's this day to day pere 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 pere. It's me and my mother. But then, like the few things that he says and impacts, they are very impactful. However, they are quite rare. Yeah, so that's my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about any lessons from the way your parents parented you?
Yeah.
Are there a couple of lessons that you took you're now using for your
Yes,
kids? Ama
yes.
you're going totally opposite?
No, consistency. Consistency and uvumilivu. I am very consistent. Like I also teach that to my kids. You say you're doing this term hockey. There is no stopping in the middle. Do your hockey until it ends. Next time we can revisit. Yeah, you're feeling some kind of way in the morning, drink water, go to school. If it's bad enough, the nurse will tell me. So consistency. That's what I learned from my parents and the thinking things through that I have, for example, from my dad. My
Yeah.
dad is an intellect. He thinks and
Yeah.
like if you need a signature from him for anything, you just know you need a month to convince him, because you have to write a checklist, pros and cons, why, yeah. So those are the things I've learned from my parents.
Just random question, and
Yeah.
hopefully this doesn't take us on a detour.
Yeah.
How you grew up versus how your kids are growing up,
Yeah.
quite different, right?
Yeah.
Quite different in terms of the environment.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I suppose that a lot of the things that our parents did in those environments
Yeah.
were not because this is how they necessarily wanted to
Yes.
do things. It
Yes.
was as a result of the circumstances.
Yes.
How do you translate that in an environment that is completely different? Your kids are growing up somewhere close to Rosary in Riviera.
Yes.
And you had to
And
walk
this is from Germany.
Yes.
yeah, and from Germany as
Yes,
well,
yes.
And here you are, and you grew up walking from Huruma
Yes,
to Thika Road, right?
yes.
How do you switch that so that you're still imparting or impacting
Yes.
the same lessons?
Good question.
Even in a different, and I have the same struggle as well, because I
Yes.
grew up very differently.
Yes.
My kids they're very
Yes,
different, right? But I
yes.
still want to translate the same lessons.
Yes.
But the environment is different. If I
Yes.
say that, by the kunywa hiyo uji, hakuna kitu ingine,
Yes.
I'd be lying to them.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
because they've seen that this is not the
Yeah.
The fridge is full.
exactly, right?
Yes. So I intentionally integrate hardship.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it sounds mean, but it's true.
Yeah.
My kids know how to panda and do the.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Mm.
Yeah. So the transport. Yeah, I integrate the hardship. So when it needs be, when it saves us resources, we use the mat. So they know how to use a mat. They know how to walk in town, but they also know how not to have to walk. So I built in the hardship in their day to day. Then I take them to, they like playing football. So, I was in Madrid the other day. Like the last time we were supposed to have this, I was in Madrid. And they're like, go to the stadium, video call us, Real Madrid. And they're like, will you meet Mbappe? If you meet Mbappe, Mgote. I'm like, he just doesn't walk on the street like this. So I integrate the hardship. So they go to soccer academies where they can integrate with children from all over. My children do very good Kiswahili. A little bit better than the German, but they also do good German, and English is their easiest language because it's just everywhere. So we try our best to have a no English speaking zone in our house. We do Kiswahili and German. So very intentional. I integrate. So when they go to my mom's, every holiday they have to go to my mom's place. They have to go to Kiserian. And if Shosho is giving them cassava and motungo for breakfast, who
That's
are
what
you
they'll
to say
take.
no?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I
that-
take granola?
Yes. No. There's not those ones.
Okay.
They will complain, but they'll still eat. And also when we shop at home, I try to add those things in our breakfast.
Does Shosho complain about where is the koyo? You know.
I told her that's your job.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do German and still do the Kikuyu. My Kikuyu is not as good, and it is your fault. But that's another topic. Do the Kuk.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, if you want the kids to speak
You
Kuk,
do it yourself.
you do the Kuk. But yes,
Okay.
I intentionally integrate in quotes hardships.
Yeah, no, I love that.
For them to understand.
Because otherwise they're spoiled.
Yes.
Yeah. If you just live life the way without that intentionality,
Yes,
then it
yes.
becomes
True.
that's a fine balance to strike, I think, for a lot of parents now. So thank you for your thoughts around that. As we wind up,
Yes.
final three.
Final three. This is a quote unquote silly one. Can you a psychologist, or maybe, I don't know, a detective would probably profile someone the moment they've met and interacted.
Yeah.
So if you're to profile our teeth, what do you think so far? Out of the room, everyone is now hiding their smiles.
A lot of lucky people here.
Oh, for real, for
People
real?
are just lucky with their teeth in this space. There are some who have a few gaps here and there.
Yeah.
AKA Commander.
But most have
Yeah.
teeth here. You're
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, quite decent.
Yeah, seems
Okay.
no one needs my services here.
Well.
We cooled a lot of sugarcane.
Yes.
Yes, we actually did.
Yeah.
Any practice that you think we could undo? Maybe it's a thing as a society we do. There is actually no truth in that. I don't know, brush 5 times, etc.
Okay, we do a lot of sugar
Okay.
in Kenya, I've noticed. Like in Germany, people will have their tea without sugar, their coffee without sugar, and it's no biggie. Here, when you don't have sugar in your tea, people are like, hey, do you have high blood pressure issues? Do you have
Are you
sugar
poor?
issues? Are you poor? So we take a lot of sugar. But
Okay.
also, I think it comes from, we also just, we focus on 3 main meals. So when we are not having a 3 main meal, we need that sugar in our tea. But with the Nairobi society and this middle class society, we actually don't need that sugar in that tea anymore.
Okay.
So there's that. Then flossing, Kenyans do not like to floss too much, but take it from a dentist, we are supposed to be flossing our teeth. It makes 33% of the surface area of the teeth, for those who are good in maths. Very courageous never to use floss.
Yeah, so we are very courageous people.
Yes. We are we should, it catches up on you.
Yeah.
At some point, it doesn't help you.
Also, that's not something a lot of us were taught to do.
Yes.
Flossing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it still
Yes.
feels very foreign.
And that's why I say anything. That's why I go to school. I go to schools. I go to churches, Don Bosco. I do different schools. I do children's homes. I go German school. It doesn't matter which school. I just need to have 8 to 12-year-olds
You'll
because
spread the
those ones,
gospel.
they listen, and my name just stays with them. So I teach those people to floss, and they don't find a biggie. Teach a 35-year-old how to floss, you'll struggle.
It's too late.
Yes, it's not too late. You can
Okay.
still learn, but the sooner they are taught, especially that age group, the preteens, they are good listeners. So I try to educate those ones a lot.
Okay.
And you should
understand.
floss every night.
Every other night is fine.
Every
also.
other night is
Yeah.
fine.
If you make it a habit every night, well and good. But if you also do it every other night, it's still good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we are being realistic here.
Final 3.
Final 3.
Fantastic.
Okay, do you read a lot? And if you do, what books have been transformational for you that you can remember at this point, or what book have you gifted or would you recommend for anyone to read?
Okay. I hope my children are not listening. I'm not a big reader. Yeah. And I admit I am a good listener. So I listen to podcasts.
Okay.
And I hardly read books. And when I used to live in Juja, it was almost a 2-hour commute. One of the reasons I moved out, I was like, this is the quality of life go down. I have to change my life.
Whoever advised you lied to you, by the way. When they told you buy a house in Juja.
At the beginning, it was an hour. 7 years ago, it was an hour. Now it's 2 hours.
Everyone moved to Thika Road with the expressway.
Yes, everyone moved there. So it became very long. So I had to find a coping mechanism because I don't want to be angry for 2 hours. So I started listening to podcasts. So I listened to a lot of orthodontic stuff. Because there are a few orthodontists, like those who are orthodontists in Kenya, I can always learn from them. They are really, really good, well-trained people, most of them trained outside. So we can exchange thoughts. We meet and we exchange thoughts. However, there is not many places where I can learn orthodontics in Kenya. So I learn from podcasts, European, American podcasts. And I also listen to other kind of podcasts. So parenting podcasts, motivational.
Busy Being Born.
Busy Being Born. Yes, I like Mel Robbins, her podcasts. But mainly teeth stuff. Like people who enter my car like, oh no. Teeth again. I'm like, you guys know me. My life is I'm passionate about it and I do a lot of teeth.
Okay, that's wonderful. It makes you really good at your craft. Just the fact that you're so passionate about it and you're continuously looking for new information. If you're to have dinner with 2 people, 3, dead or alive, once in a lifetime at this point, who would those be?
Wow, that is a very difficult question.
It could be this moment, meaning tomorrow it could change. A year later, you'll think of a different set of people. But in this moment, who comes to mind?
One of them is an orthodontist. Yeah, his name is Dr. Bjorn Ludwig. Then the other one is Mrs. Dorothy Nyong'o. Then the third person... Good question. I just pick maybe someone random and just because I like getting to know new people, I just pick someone from the street and I say, today I want to listen to you. Let's have dinner.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
What's the context on the first 2?
The first 2, he's an excellent orthodontist. So that's from a career level.
Industry practice.
And Dorothy Nyong'o, I'm actually allowed to say this because she's one of my brand ambassadors. I did her teeth. And throughout this journey, I felt her vibe. Have you ever talked to someone and just felt someone's vibe? Very, very open. She used to bring me avocados from Mashambani and she flew all the time from Kisumu for me to do her teeth. So the first consultation, she's like, I have Googled where can I do Invisalign and I saw a couple of people and I chose you, So already that, she must have had her thoughts. Why? Because she wanted to empower me. The same thing I like doing for other people, empowering them. So I can call her and say, yeah, hi, how are you doing? And I'm doing this and this in my life at the moment. And what's your take? She's a very powerful character. Like we know her as Lupita's mom, Anyang Nyong'o's wife, but knowing her as her is so deep. Yeah, and that's the reason. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Can we do the closer?
Yeah.
I love this part. I'm always so honest to do this.
Marco, you're just in position.
It's not. Yeah, I'm just in position. No biggie. So, Dr. Dorothy Nyong'o, Dr. I'm trying to think.
Beyond.
Yeah. Yes. If only Dr. Keifer was African as well.
Yeah.
But yes.
Bjorn is also German, I suppose.
We have Wangari Maathai, we have Nelson Mandela, whoever it is that even from your eyes are iconic Africans, yeah? Leaders in industry or otherwise. And they're on this platform on which you as well stand beside them. But on this day, someone else is speaking on your behalf. but you've chosen in front of these trillions of Africans to wear a T-shirt that carries a message. Yeah. And the thing about a T-shirt is you wouldn't do a paragraph because you're hoping all of them will see. So in a sentence or in a couple of words, what do you think you'd intentionally put on that T-shirt as a message to humanity in general, but in a special way, perhaps Africans?
Yes, it's actually what we'd said before.
Yeah.
If this was your last day, would it be it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I live by the motto is I never want to tell myself, I wish I did, I wish I'd tried. I wish I had, No, do it. Just do it today. Yeah. So if this was your, every day you wake up and you do your thing, ask yourself, is this it? Is there anything better I could do? Or have I reached? And if there is, then start doing it then. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start then.
Don't wait
And
for
you know
tomorrow.
what?
Start
This
then.
could really be our last moment. It always could be the last
Yes.
moment. Very easily. There's a very high likelihood that this is it.
Yeah, this is true, Maze. We honor that you have honored us with your time. Asante sana.
Asante pia.
Yeah.
You guys are fun.
Thank you. Thank
We
you very much.
appreciate you, and all the best with Stuhler Orthodontics.
Stuhler Orthodontics. Yes.
Stuhler Orthodontics, and all the best in life. May you continue to have this feeling of fulfillment that comes from doing something that you're really passionate about, but also more importantly, something that brings smiles.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Lucky people in here. But the one with the gaps, I see you. You're coming.
Hey, me, I'm not shy.
That's what's up. Is there a website we could go to, or maybe
Social
a social media page and otherwise?
Yes. Everything Stuhler Orthodontics.
Okay.
Actually, Stuhler is also a rare name in Germany. So if you type Stuhler Orthodontics, it's just me and my people and my brand.
That's what's up.
The website is really well done.
Oh, you've seen the website?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Shout out Wilson. Umesikia. I think I was very strict.
Wilson who?
The second name, I'm not sure. Can't remember.
Good job nonetheless.
Really well
Yes.
done. We wanted to
Good
big
job.
him up.
Yes.
So Stuhler Orthodontics everywhere.
Yes. So there's website, there's LinkedIn, there's Instagram. So
All right. Highly recommend as well. You have one of the new patients, customers here. Not just me, but my family, obviously. And to those who are listening, go get your jaw, teeth, everything checked.
Yes, and I hope
please.
everyone learned something new.
Absolutely.
We all did.
We have, and we hope that everyone did. Asante sana. You can find us everywhere. BusyBeingBorn _ on tweet X now, and BusyBeingBorn _ on Instagram, and on our website, busybeingborn.africa.
Africa. I think we should do a LinkedIn as well. That would be dope.
At some point, yeah.
And of course, the YouTubes. People,
YouTubes.
check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, come on there.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, for watching. Hope you learned something. As always, it's been a joy having this conversation. And you know what we always say, if you're not busy being born,
Then you're probably busy not leaving.
come on.
That's what's up.
Kigodu.
Peace.
That's what's up. Peace. Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2026.
Ulikuwa unasema tusema nini 3 years?
Ndio nilikuwa najiuliza pale na kalile sana sema did someone rewind the watch?
In 8 minutes it will be 2 hours.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Do look out for more from us. For now, Kwaheri.